Hola, mi amigos. Hola. Welcome to another aimless adventure. I'm your host, Captain Chris. Today, we're going to be flying low, slow and low, up and down the Las Vegas Boulevard, aka Lost Vegas. The whole place is shut down. All the casinos, all the shops, all the everything. You may see some zombies. You may see some police activity. You may see nothing. I don't know. But I think it's time we explore more of Lost Vegas. Let's do it! Here. Coming to you from Las Vegas, Nevada, which is a ghost town. It is very surreal, very weird. I just pulled through the parking lot of the Welcome to Las Vegas sign, just out of curiosity, to see if there's anybody there taking selfies. And sure enough, there are. There's a handful of cars. And people are welcoming themselves to Las Vegas. We're going to take a left-hand turn here. I'm facing south on Las Vegas Boulevard. McCarran Airport is over to the left, and McCarran Executive Terminal is directly in front of us right now. And that's basically your private planes, helicopters, and such. During the Harvest 91 shooting, some friends of ours escaped unharmed, thank God, and broke into one of those buildings to hunker down. Now, here to the left, sorry for the shaky camera, I've got it set up on the mount the best I can. There's the Welcome to Las Vegas sign. And somebody is out there in a bathrobe. Party on, Marge. Alright. Continuing our travels north on Las Vegas Boulevard. Sorry again for the camera. Trying to adjust this mount, but it's giving me a little trouble. Mandalay Bay on the left. The police do have most of these places shut down with some type of police presence out front, so there's no looting. Hey, check it out. Yeah, that's the pink elephant, yo. So most of the hotels have got some kind of police presence in front of them. We'll hug this left lane so we get a little bit better view, and we'll double back if we need to. So basically there you have the Mandalay Bay, and just north of it on the left hand side you have the Luxor. Now it's daytime, so it's not as creepy as what it is at night. And if you guys want, I will come back and do a nighttime drive. Some lights are on, but most are out. And it is weird to see Vegas shut down like that. Over here we've got, coming up on the left, there's more Luxor. And then we'll slowly make our way into the Excalibur area. You can see there's the obelisk of Luxor, and just creeping, see the Sphinx there, just creeping its face outside of the old billboard there. Now over here to the right, that parking lot is where the Harvest 91 festival was. So as we cruise north on the boulevard, we see the Sphinx. Now, they got the sidewalk tore up over there, but normally, this area is flooded with people walking. Let's see if I can get a better angle here so we don't... Alright, there we go. Alright, so there you've got the Luxor. And now we're looking at Excalibur, which again, completely shut down. Nothing going on. They've got fences up, security wandering around bored out of their mind. Over here to the right, we've got the Tropicana. That normally looks abandoned anyway, but that's a different story. MGM coming up. As we head north, we're now at the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Tropicana. There's the New York Hotel. Here's cops doing their thing. So there we have the New York, New York, and there's really not much to show you on the right other than MGM, but it's jam-packed with all these shops. So it's basically just a bunch of shops. There's New York, New York. Here's the shops, and there's nothing going on over there. M&M World. I think that's the world's largest Coca-Cola bottle, which is cool. But there's a Hard Rock guitar. I don't know a lot of the stuff down here because I don't really come down here much. To the left is MGM Park, or Park MGM. And, oh, they have a place called the Crack Shack. Okie dokie. Alright, party on, Wayne. So, as we cruise the boulevard, a little further north, we've got Aria here to the left. You also have, what else is over in there? There's Aria and some other casino that I always forget. The Cosmopolitan. Both beautiful buildings. I'm not into casinos, so I think it's a waste of resources for people, but whatever. I'm not sure what's going on there. I think that's a giant Walgreens and a Mickey D's. And then we got the Paris Hotel coming up here. Directly across the street from the Paris on the left, which would be to the west. There's the Eiffel Tower for the Paris. And then to the left of me, here off to the west, there we have the Bellagio, or the Bellagio. Normally the fountain show is kicking like Bruce Lee, but there is no fountain going off today. So that's where normally you'd see the fountain show. Over here, more of the Paris. And you can see not a lot going on. Some metro dudes on bikes, which is kind of trippy because when I first moved out to Las Vegas from the East Coast, I had never seen bicycle cops before, and they rolled up on some dude and like cuffed him with Ziploc ties. And you know, I was like, what is going on here? Y'all, they're riding mountain bikes. They're pretty sweet though. They were Cannondale, so. And back then I was doing mountain bike racing, so I was admiring their skills at zip tying and the sweet Cannondales that the taxpayer purchased. To the left, we've got, what is that one over there? That's Caesars. Caesars is over there. And then the Mirage, which has Love, the Beatles tribute show. Great show. I got to stay in one of those penthouse deals one time. That was pretty cool. It's about the only time I really was digging a casino. I just don't like the smoke and I don't gamble, so that's my beef there. So we've got Flamingo to the left. Oh, this is Bugsy Siegel's old place, and there's a little tip to Bugsy right there. They actually have a video. If you go dig down Bugsy Siegel's statue, it's under Lesser Known Las Vegas series I started, and Bugsy Siegel's statue, there's a tribute statue of his bust in there, but you've got to go out by the pool and get it anyway. Watch the video and it'll show you how to get there. Alright, coming up here we've got more of Caesar's Palace. That's the Forum Shops, and again, there's no one walking around. Now I noticed that the overpass is the little escalator walkway deals that cross the boulevard so people don't get whacked by cabs. Those are even shut down. Oh wait, here we got a couple folks. We do have a couple hardcores still holding on. We got photographers out there. A couple dudes look like they were vlogging as well. But this is just ain't nothing going on. Oh, to the left, sorry, I'm a little late on that pull over there. The Mirage Fountain is down. It's not running. So that's the first time I've ever seen that thing off. When I moved here, the very first time I was in Las Vegas was 1989, and that fountain, I was here when they first did it for the public. They had practice around it, but that's the first time I've ever seen it off. To the right here we have the Palazzo, and then over there's the Wynn. To To the left here is Treasure Island. I apologize for whamming this camera all over the place, but I'm doing this by myself. So they used to have a very cool show over at the Treasure Island, and it was a pirate show back when Steve Wynn owned it. When they first did the grand opening, they had a giant pirate ship, which I think is still over there. They had the giant pirate ship come down the boulevard, and Steve Wynn, I think if I recall right, he was dressed as a pirate, and he was kind of Captain Hooking it up off the bow, which was kind of neat to see a giant pirate ship come cruising down Las Vegas Boulevard. That was pretty wild. This giant flying saucer looking thing, that's a mall. That's called the, what do they call it? The Fashion Show Mall. I think I've been in there twice in 30 years. A little upscale from me. They don't have enough camo. Anyways, there's the Wynn. Let me get you back on the boulevard. You can see the Strat coming up. We're heading north. We've got, let's see what else we got over here. Sorry, I'm saying a lot because I don't know a lot of these buildings. I don't come down here. I don't know what half this new stuff is. Like that reddish building right there, orangish building. No clue. No idea what that is. So we've got Encore coming up here on the right. That's just, I think that's just another tower. I think it's the Wynn, and this is like Encore is part of the Wynn. But the orange building here to the left, I haven't a clue what that thing is called. One of these over here sat vacant for a long time. They did the framing, and then it just sat there. So I don't know if it's that orange building, or if it's this building up here on the right, this big blue building. I think one of them was called like Fountain Blue or something. I don't know. Anyway, so we're heading north. We run into, to the right is, where's the heck, is that where the Riviera used to be? No, I don't think we hit there yet. Riviera, where the Riviera used to be is coming up here on the right, which I think might be where this big blue building is at. Circus is off to the left. You can see the circus tent. And if you're looking for free, that's a cool place to go. Go see Free Ladder Man. Free Ladder Man, like climbing a ladder, man. It's not free because the show's free anyway, but it's Free Ladder Man because dude climbs up ladders and all kinds of other stuff. It's the most amazing balancing I've ever seen. Right there's the Pepper Mill, and right there is where the Riviera used to be. Actually, that used to be the conch show too, but the Riviera used to be in where this vacant lot is at now. And I think, yeah, Adam the Woo and I had lunch there at the Pepper Mill, and we were both looking at this. I think there's a video out there. Either he did it or I did it or both. And we're checking that out before they tore it down. Right there's lots of fun. It's kind of a dump, but they have a bowling alley in there. It's a really tiny bowling alley, and it's, you know, you pay a couple dollars. It's a coin slot operated bowling alley, which is kind of cool. You just don't see that kind of funky. Just think like Boardwalk, Atlantic City, that type of thing. And that's kind of the vibe you get there. Circus needs a paint job, man. That pink is turning into like almost fading out to, I don't know what color. But anyway, it's hard to see it, but it's over there. So we're stuck at this red light. I'm going to hit pause and we'll pick it up on the back side. There's the Strat up ahead. I don't know what this building is to the right. And then you have the Sahara Hotel. Heck, I'm not pausing it. We'll just roll. This will be like almost a one-taker. So the blue building used to be, years ago, that was an empty parking lot. And before Las Vegas had an ice hockey rink, those tweakers like myself for hockey that grew up playing it, we played roller hockey out in this parking lot at Wet n Wild, and that's actually one of the places where I first started coaching kids in hockey, and then went back to ice when they had a rink or two built here. So up here, you'll have the Sahara Hotel coming up. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. This blue building, that's not the parking lot of Wet n Wild. It's up here on the right. Sorry, I'm all turned around. So you get to the Sahara Hotel. I worked there, I think, for like 8 years. And that was cool. That was during my, when I was going for my bachelor's degree in college. And anyways, so that was my gig then. One of my 2 jobs. The other one was a video store where I, Be Kind Rewind. Roscoe Soul Train knows what Be Kind Rewind means. Don't you, Ross? So that was my gig. And yeah, it was one of those type of stores too, where they had like the regular movies and then they had the other section behind the curtain. Which was always interesting to go back and put those movies back. And you get Creeper Dude just back there. Be like, bro, you've been back here for like an hour, man. Pick something and go away. So there's the old Sahara. It then became the SLS. And then they turned it back into the Sahara. I have no idea what it looks like. I haven't been in there. Elvis used to have a bungalow there around the pool, though. That was kind of cool back in the day when I worked there. Got to meet a bunch of people. Waylon Jennings and Rip Taylor, Steve Allen from the old Steve and Edie show way back before I was born, and James Brown. So anytime they do warm-ups at the whatever theater it was in there, I would just kind of kick it and go check them out, which was kind of sweet. I wonder if we can just straight up U-turn it right here in the middle of the boulevard. This is like madness to do this. Woo! Uh-oh. There are no rules right now. There are less rules in Vegas now than there ever have been. Alright, so we're boogieing back the other way. If you have stuck with me this long, I'm giving you a virtual social distancing high five. Because this is probably not that interesting. Oh, we got some raindrops. Uh-oh, Vegas is going to shut down. It's raining. Wait, it's already shut down. If it weren't shut down, rain will shut this town down. People lose their minds when it rains here. They literally have no idea what to do. So again, no idea what this hotel is on the left. It's kind of been a shell for a while. These dudes, they got jobs. As much as I don't like the casino industry and the whole thing, that's probably the majority of the jobs in this town. If not in the casino, it ripple effects. You throw the pebble in the pond and eventually hits the banks. And that's pretty much it, man. It's like from dude who brings the laundry and the uniforms to the catering service that brings the food. You name it. It's a massive ripple effect. And it's going to be a while before this town recovers. They'll be up and running and the lights and the ching-ching noise will be gone, but it really ain't going to recover that quick. Peppermill off to the left. I don't think I got over there in time. But anyway, so we'll come down the boulevard again. I'll give you a better look at that pirate ship, and I'll see what else we can scope out along the way. I skipped ahead a block. There's nothing to see but a construction wall to the right. So we roll up here. Again, the spaceship looking building, that is the Fashion Show Mall. And then off to the left you've got the Wynn. And then I think the hotel just past the giant Wynn sign there is the Palazzo. We have matching jackets. I'm pretty surprised at the amount of traffic on the boulevard right now. I mean, normally it's nuts. This is a Sunday, which will be less nuts. But when you're talking about the entertainment capital of the world, it never really shuts down anyway. So here's the Treasure Island. Okay, I'll go as slow as I can. The pirate ship is over there. There's 2 of them. There's another one. They used to do this cool show there where that have pirates duking it out, and then they changed it from Treasure Island, which the old Treasure Island skeleton had skull and crossbones deal is at the Dion Museum, the giant sign. And then they changed it to call it the TI, and then they turned it into some kind of sirens type female pirates dancing around and stuff like that. There's the Mirage. See the fountain? Done. Nothing at all. And that's weird. Very weird. Rod Stewart, what's up, bro? No, I don't think you're sexy. Normally hustling and bustling. Here, the Great Caesar's Palace. Great only because Evel Knievel jumped the fountains and lived. He was jacked up, but he lived. And this is where it happened. And then, if I'm correct, Travis Pastrana did the jump a few years back. I want to say it was like 2 or 3 years ago. Travis Pastrana actually did this jump. He did they were doing a handful of Evel Knievel stunts, but this was one of them. Unfortunately, I wasn't here to see it. I was in, at the time I was in South Carolina. I was unable to get back, or I would have had my keister right there. But the only thing you got going on this boulevard other than red lights is that dude. I don't know where he's going, but he ain't getting no beers. Even the water dudes, even the, like, I'm wondering, now, Vegas has got all those, like, Hollywood Boulevard types where they dress up as minions and celebrities. I wonder what those dudes are doing right now. Because there ain't really a hustle. I mean, you better hang up the old degenerate, crackhead-looking Mickey Mouse suit, bro, because it's time to figure it out on another gig. So even them dudes, man, even the cash-only gang is, they got no hustle right now. All right, now we're getting down into where there's a little more to look at. We've got Bellagio to the right, fountains are down, nothing going on there. Paris to the left, there's the fountains. You can see nothing going on. Except that dude trying to figure out life. And then the Paris over there, which we've already scoped out. There's the Cosmopolitan on the right and the Aria. Planet Hollywood is off to the left here. That's that building with the bumps on it. And then we're almost to the end. If you stuck around this long, I'm amazed. So we've got, what do we got here? MGM on the left. We've got that Park MGM on the right. MGM is a massive hotel. I think at one point it had the most hotel rooms of any hotel in the world. I don't know if that's still the case. Dubai's probably got one that's double that by now. So we're going to have a couple more cool things to look at up here, MGM, and then the Hodgepodge. We already checked that out. Over here on the right, as we get closer to the New York, you've got a couple things going on with some shops. I think it's still here. There's an Irish bar here, which if you like Irish food and Irish ales and Guinness and all that stuff, good place to go. Definitely legit food. Where is it? If it's still in there. It's been years since I've been in there. I don't know. Nine Fine Irishmen. That's it. It's in there. I think, anyway. The sign's there. So here we've got Excalibur looking all not so promising. Might use that one as the screensaver. They used to have, years ago, they had a dragon out front that would blow fire, and a dude dressed as Merlin and you would battle the dragon. It was pretty cool. Pretty cool looking. So we pass up the old Excalibur, and then we're running into Luxor again, and then we'll be at the end at the the Mandalay Bay. This will give you a decent look at some of the props that they have out front, where you've got the Sphinx coming up. There's the pyramid. That building's weird. If you've never been in the Luxor pyramid and you come to Vegas, go in there just for a few minutes. It throws your equilibrium off. Dude getting his jog on and a porta potty, that's convenient. So there's all that stuff. There's the obelisk. There's the Mandalay Bay. And that pretty much sums up our tour of shutdown Vegas. Thank you for flying Aimless Airways. I'm Chris. I've been your captain. I hope you've enjoyed your time. I do apologize. There's no food or toilet paper for this flight. But you'll probably see a lot of people exiting with one sock. Current temperature is 70 degrees, wind out of the southwest, and a 20% chance of showers. Have a good day and enjoy your stay in Las Vegas. What you're seeing now is the north half of Las Vegas Boulevard, north of Charleston Boulevard, heading into Old Las Vegas, the original sections of Las Vegas. Gold and Silver Pawn Shop from the Pawn Stars TV show. We just passed that back there on the right. And now this area right here is mostly dealing with businesses, some of the county seats, government seats, federal court on the left. One of the oldest buildings in Las Vegas we just passed, or we're passing now on the left there, is the old school, which is pretty cool. I got to see squirrel nut zippers in there not too long ago. It was a couple years back, but this area is usually suspect at night. You see a lot more foot traffic right now. The one thing I'm noticing is a lot of homeless people, which is not uncommon for down here at night. Now, the thing about COVID-19 and the way that they're saying that stuff spreads, I'm very, very surprised you have not seen an explosion within the homeless communities. It may be there, we just might not know about it. But if you think about the cities who really had spikes in that, New York, San Francisco, LA, I'm not saying this is the factor, but there's a huge amount of homeless folks that are in those cities. Now, coming up here, we're on the boulevard. To the left and right is Fremont Street. We're going to turn right on Fremont Street, which is the only, well, no, we're not, because it says no right. That's weird. I think that sign lied to me. Anyway, so we're going to double down. And this area's usually got a lot of foot traffic. It's usually popping. But like I say, all these hotels are closed. Now, this is going to have some of the cooler kitsch, signage, all kind of stuff like that. I don't know if we can get through here, but let's try. Let's give it a shot. All right, that's the El Cortez on the left. Super cool looking hotel from the outside. They got all kind of antiques and stuff worth checking out in that place if you're ever in Vegas. And like I say, we could pretty much run a red light if we wanted to at this point. I mean, there's nothing going on. You got a few folks just wandering around, which are normal folks for this area. These folks over here on the right, look at that, they're not even playing. They just straight up boarded up their windows. A couple of the businesses down the road there, they boarded up their stuff. This joint over here on the left, the Triple B, is a cool place to see shows, and it looks like they straight up boarded up their windows too. Dang, I wonder if they had some minor activity down here. Go. I wonder if they had some activity going on down here, if they're just not playing. So there's El Cortez, and I mean, that's a cool hotel, cool looking art and whatnot. But check this out. Look at this. Other than this dude ahead of me, like there's nobody. Yeah. Every once in a while you'll see a car pop out of a side street, but this area is flat up toast. Some of these signs that are normally on, not even lit. We just passed Container Park. That was the giant praying mantis that blows fire out of its antennae. This starts to get a little shady down here. We are officially entering into Zombieville. For real, normally. Cool signs. Atomic Liquor right here. I can pretty much stop in the road. Anyway, that's pretty cool signage right there. This has turned into a Signs of Vegas flight. Check it out over here. We got a duck spinning around. Like I say, right now, pretty much you can do whatever you want. You can drive however you want. You can drive on the sidewalks. We got dudes crossing wherever they want. There ain't no rules right now. That's the old Ferguson Motel, which is run by the Life is Beautiful people now. Which is this little liquor store on the right-hand side. There's a cool hotel on the left, but on the right-hand side, over there by that tattoo joint and that place that's boarded up, that's where Corvette Summer with Mark Hamill, part of that movie, was there. There's the Lucky Motel, but it's Lucky Me. They change it up once in a while. That's actually kind of creepy funny. So now we're officially a little further east on Fremont Street than I'm going to go. There ain't nothing good happening past here, y'all. Nothing good. So I'm going to RUNNOFT. Thanks for hanging around, and if I don't get eaten by vampires, I'll see you next time.